Alright, boys, what is up? It is Monday right now. It's week 6 of Path to Profitability. I did not trade today, just forward tested. Honestly, I didn't even forward test this one. This is just kind of what I was seeing for the market today, what I was kind of looking to see. But yeah, didn't end up getting any setups play out for me. I just made a quick video on this that I have to edit, but it'll be on my Instagram. But I'm just gonna briefly go through my thought process coming into the market today. So coming in the market, um, overnight I was hoping that we would just kind of slowly chop lower to take this hourly low. It was a 4 hour fair value gap. This is my draw on liquidity. I wanted to see us trade into this to move us higher. Obviously, guys, see that's not playing out, but I wanted to see market kind of slowly chop lower overnight to take this, or just kind of barely edge it overnight for us to trade lower off open, manipulate it to trade higher. But unfortunately, we kind of just became stagnant around here. I think I off when I got on the market like 8:15. The candle was like right around here. So we really had nothing moving us higher. No high time frame PD raise. We were in this hourly still at the time, but I was pretty confident it was going to get inversed. But that was a big reason why I ended up fading the trade that I have marked up. But we'll get to that. But yeah, really had nothing moving us higher at the time. So I had a very bearish bias coming into open. Like I said, I wanted to see the previous day low get hit in this 4 hour. So that was my draw. Um, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking just for continuation shorts to that level. So coming into open, we had this massive 15-minute fair value gap on both pairs. I wanted to see us trade into this 15-minute to then get a sponsored gap to move us lower. Again, we're at all-time highs, so I need that extra confirmation right now. We did not. I only like shorting if we have a 4 hour change in the state of delivery. We did not have that, but I was so confident in my draw that I was still open to shorts in this kind of scenario here, but I needed that extra confirmation. So I wanted to see us trade into this 15, which we did, get a 5 minute out of it, sponsored 5 minute, and then trade lower. But instead, we just initially, okay, actually, I should backtrack a little bit. When we were trading through this 15, bro, we had the biggest rejection wick on NQ. This candle literally started to have some bullish kind of signs of price action. We're holding this hourly for value gap, so I was like, okay, that is really weird that we do not trade lower. But yeah, we were just rejecting out of this gap like crazy. So it was almost open to some longs there, but I didn't end up taking them, obviously. Would have needed to see more confirmation. Another 5 minute sponsored. For my continuation trades, I really like that sponsored 5 minute. It's way just a lot cleaner for me. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable in kind of price and what I'm targeting. So yeah, we traded into this 15, and then we started to reject off of it. We put in this internal SMT. We got a 1 minute PO3 on NQ. ES had equal highs, and I just wanted to see us trade into this 15 to get an inversion to go lower, which eventually happened, but it was after this inversion closed on NQ. Then we wicked into the 15, and then obviously price started to move lower. But I chose to fade this for a bunch of different reasons. One, yes, very nice inversion on NQ, but ES had no inversion, no CISD. We wicked out of this 15 minute pretty aggressively, but it just wasn't enough for me, bro. I did not like this trade at all. I think, to be honest, that this is kind of a pattern trade, and I've seen a lot of people take it. Not a trade for me. That's the thing about trading, bro. What could be a pattern trade for me could be an A+ setup for someone else. I just truly don't think that this was a good setup. Not good enough for me, especially with what we had going against us. We had tons of low resistance liquidity above us in unmitigated hourly. We were rejecting out, or we're still rejecting out of, this hourly mitigated fair value gap. This did not hold, crazy significance. We had an SMT at these lows. Again, that was not like crazy significant to me. I was still open to shorting right through this, but I just needed that extra confirmation, and we didn't really get it off this initial trade. So once I saw that we started to respect this 15 minute and started to move lower, all I wanted to see was a 5 minute fair value gap form, and that's what we got. We actually got this BPR here, formed equal lows, and I wanted to see us react out of this sponsored 5 minute, or this one, last presented, this would have been OTE of our leg. I just wanted to see a rejection out of this gap to move lower, take these equal lows. But instead, um, ES wanted to respect this bullish fair value gap more. We inversed a bearish one, and just no clean inversion for me really on anything. I was almost still like I was still kind of open to taking a 5 minute continuation here, regardless of ES inversing to 5 minute. If we got a clean, um, if we would have had a clean inversion off this on both pairs, then I would have been open to it because we had that SMT here. Uh, it wasn't terrible, man. It just honestly not for me. This was not a good trade for me. Like I said, I needed that sponsored 5 minute to form in order for me to take anything, and it just didn't end up playing out. I was open to a move, but didn't end up working, and I'm happy I did not force anything because, in my opinion, that this is a complete pattern trade. I would never take this trade 10 times out of 10. I would not take that. Not clear enough for me. Too much going against us. We're in a high. We're at all-time highs nearly. A short with low resistance liquidity above us when we're reacting out of high time frame PD arrays. Regardless of the draw below, we had a super strong draw below that we're actually not even going to hit, but it just didn't make sense for me to take this. I think we might hit that draw, throughout the week, but as of right now, bro, there was absolutely nothing for me to take, and I'm happy that I faded everything that I saw. But if you guys caught a move today, I hope it went well, and yeah. Nothing really else to talk about. No trade today. I'm not going to trade PM session. I got a ton of work to do, so I just want to focus on that stuff. And we're at all-time highs too, so nothing really for me to kind of participate in. I would rather just wait till tomorrow and not put any risk on the table today. If I'm not 100% focused. So yeah, no trade. Good tape reading today. I feel like I read this market really well today. I had good tape reads. I kind of knew what price was going to do. I thought we were going to move lower, or at least take these equal lows, but just didn't end up happening. And yeah, not the cleanest price action for me. So I faded everything. Hope you guys had a good morning, and yeah. All right, boys. I I took a PM session move today. A+ setup. It was a little bit slow, but yeah, I went break even. Unfortunately, it would have stopped me out either way. So I was pretty confident in this move. It just didn't end up playing out, and that's okay. But yeah, A+ setup that formed. I will talk about it very quickly here. So I got back from the gym. I was just looking at the charts, looking to see if I could catch anything, and I saw that this 15 was forming. This unmitigated 15 here. It actually was a little bit mitigated, and then also had this 30 as well. So it was a 15 and a 30. All I wanted to see was price trade into this gap to move higher. I was willing to take a reversal off this because we're at all-time highs. I didn't really need that extra 5-minute sponsored continuation. So that's what happened. I was just looking for an inversion off of this sweep here. We had ES take this gap a little bit sooner, but we had a little bit of a PO3 here. Got our accumulation, manipulation. All I wanted to see was us distribute through this gap. It took us a while, and honestly, I was a little bit hesitant here to enter because we did not I thought we were going to form another PO3 here and get a stop rate right here. But it just didn't end up happening, and we pumped right through this 2-minute inversion, and ES actually got a 5-minute inversion. So once I saw the momentum, I typically probably wouldn't take this because there was no stop rate here, but there's so much momentum in this candle and how we were moving. I felt pretty confident with it. We had an SMT at our lows here, 50-minute fair value gap, 30-minute fair value gap. I was willing to wait for a 5-minute sponsored gap form, but this momentum, we had the CISD as well. I thought, why not, bro? Let me get into this, like the momentum, and got pretty far into profit, and then got stopped out, unfortunately. So it sucked. We opened up this 5-minute sponsored gap on the way up as well, so I was willing to re-enter after I got stopped break even. I was willing to re-enter after we traded into this 5-minute if we would have got a reaction out of it. That would have been an even better setup, but that one failed as well. My entry wasn't great because we traded in. By the time I entered, we were just edging this 5-minute, and this was originally going to be where I was going to go break even. But I entered a little bit late, just switching over from NQ to MNQ. And honestly, bro, I entered. I saw that we traded in this 5-minute. I could have went break even, but I just decided to hold. It's an unsponsored gap. We're at all-time highs. I really doubted that it was going to kind of hold any kind of strength or give a reaction to my stop loss, 30 points away. So I felt confident, bro, and I chose to hold, and obviously, it played out pretty nicely until it didn't. Got stopped break even. I was like I literally got stopped up by a tick here, a little bit in profit, but then I would have got smashed either way. So, uh, yeah, it was a decent trade, A plus setup. Like I said, I got, fuck, I'm gonna say it in this video. I've been looking into some high ticket sales stuff. Um, I have a meeting with a mentor today about it. Bro, I love trading. I love trading. I love just the aspect of trading. I think it's allowed me to grow a lot as a person and learn a lot just about these charts, how the market moves, and it's a skill that I'll have forever. I will never stop trading because I enjoy it a lot. But at the same time, I want to keep learning skills. I want to keep growing, and I think high ticket sales, bro, there's just a lot of benefit to it, bro, with like very little risk. Obviously, you're not putting capital on the table like you are in trading or like drop shipping or something. Um, and I just see a lot of people see a lot of success like very quickly. And I hate looking at it that way, to be honest, because I don't want to be that guy who's only doing it for quick success, right? But bro, I put in so much effort into trading, into my business, that I feel like I can really make that work in a quick amount of time with how much work I put in. So I want to use it to fund my trading, fund my business, and I'm never gonna stop trading. I'm never gonna stop working on my business. But I just felt like, bro, I just felt like crazy conviction to start this, to get into um, high ticket sales. Like I just felt this crazy conviction over the last day. I had a call with the guy that I'm meeting with later today, literally in an hour, and it went really well, bro. He was able to kind of talk me through it a little bit, and it's just something that I do want to give a shot. I'm willing to invest the money in myself into it. So we're trying that out, bro, and yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. So that was kind of affecting my trading today, because we had the first initial conversation yesterday, or calls today, but yeah, it was definitely affecting my trading. Like I was a little bit greedy today, just because I know the upside of high ticket sales, and I know like it can be quick. It can be quick if you do it right, if you put the work in. So I was a little bit greedy with my trading today, but at the same time, I made sure to manage my emotions. I made sure to follow my rules, and like I didn't do anything dumb or um, just kind of like irresponsible. I didn't do anything irrational. I was very calculated in my trading still. It just definitely was an aspect of like greed in there. So had an outside factor definitely playing a role, but I try to manage my emotions as well as I can. I think I did a good job. But yeah, bro, we're gonna see how that all goes. Starting this journey, the new journey today, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be exciting, and hopefully it's just another opportunity to fund my trading, become a better trader in the future, just so I'm not so stressed about making trading work, and just gaining another skill. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. This is Tuesday today. Yeah, Tuesday today, and yeah, day 2 of this week. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll keep you guys updated with everything, obviously, and yeah, just looking forward really to everything that's about to come, and it's about to start happening. So yeah. Yo, what's up, boys? So another break even today. You guys can see, ran right to my TP. I got broke even by like 2 or 3 points. First time ever taking a trade on ES too, so that was different. But the setup that formed was just a little bit better for me on ES, and I felt a lot more comfortable taking it on ES. Yeah, let's talk about it. So coming into open, I had a very bearish bias because we had all this low resistance liquidity under us, had these prominent lows, and then this prominent low was inside of a high time for PD array. So all I wanted to see it was, I mean, I wasn't really expecting us to trade all the way to this low today because this was like 200 points away from open. But I just wanted to see us like slowly move down to take out this liquidity so we could reverse and move higher. So I was open till two shorts today. I just needed that extra confirmation, like a high time frame PD array, sponsoring a 5-minute, and then continuation, and that's the exact trade I took. But yeah, so off open we kind of dumped quite a bit. Yeah, or NQ took this high, took all-time highs, putting in a SMT at the highs there. ES was just in this 50-minute gap, so we were both respecting 50-minute bearish PD arrays. All I wanted to see was a 5-minute get formed off of this for us to trade lower. That is what happened, but NQ ended up inversing this 5 minute. ES respected the 5 minute that it was in. So at that moment, I was like, okay, I'm kind of more open to taking this trade on ES, because NQ is still in this 15, so we still had reason to distribute lower. But I just like the fact that NQ was inside, or ES was inside of that 5 minute. Just made it a little bit more clean for me. So when I was looking for my entry, I was just looking for a PO3 inversion, and we kind of got it. We got it more so on NQ. So NQ had this little stop rate here after this 1 minute inversion. We got the stop rate, and then off this stop rate, we actually got a 30-second on NQ, and that's what I was looking for. But ES did not end up taking that high, so we had another internal SMT form inside of our 5 minute, which is essential basically for me. And then I just wanted to see the 1 minute close on ES instead of a 30-second, because with NQ taking this high, stop rating, getting that 30-second inversion, or opening up a 30-second, I'm willing to take a 30-second there. But in terms of ES, yeah, we did not stop rate, so I wanted to see the 1 minute close, and that is what happened. I actually entered this trade while NQ traded into this 1 minute, so I kind of front ran it, but I was very confident in the fact that I would at least get break even. As we're moving up, we formed this 15-minute for our pullback. We formed this 50-minute fair value gap. Nothing on ES, but once NQ hit this level, I went break even. And as you guys can see, we wicked this level on both pairs and then moved right up to stop me out, unfortunately, which is a absolute shame. And then we dumped to my take profits. Woo! I'm not surprised anymore, but it's a good read. I honestly will say I felt like I was on autopilot a little bit taking this trade. Like, it wasn't the cleanest move. It wasn't the cleanest price action, and I definitely could have avoided taking this trade. I knew there was a high possibility of this trade losing, but I chose to enter either way. I'll explain quickly why I didn't take this 1 minute inversion. I didn't take this 1 minute inversion because, or was it this one? Yeah, I didn't take this one because we were about to open a 30-minute fair value gap. I think it was actually this inversion. Yeah, I didn't take this one because we were about to open a 30-minute fair value gap on ES, so I figured that we would want to trade into that first. And then after we traded into that, we got our reaction, internal SMT, 30-second and 1 minute inversions. I entered, like I said, went break even at that 15-minute, and yeah, stopped break even before dumping to my TP. So it sucks, but honestly, good read, good trade. I'm happy with this move. Not too upset about it at all. It happens, bro. It happens. I've learned to just kind of accept this, and I did my job. These trades are going to play out for me sooner or later. So I did what I had to do on the market today. I'm not the most thrilled with kind of the decision making, I would say. I felt like I said, it's a bit like autopilot. Felt like I could have avoided taking this, but the good thing is I was confident. I was patient and waiting for the setup to form, patient for the inversion to close, and yeah, it nearly played out in my favor, so I can't be upset. So that's Wednesday. 2 break evens this week. No wins, no losses, but yeah, decent week, man. I'm executing well. I'm doing my job, and I know that this is going to work out for me sooner or later. I saw a lot of people take the 5-minute cons here, so I will explain why I didn't take this. I saw a lot of people take this 5-minute continuation here. Oh, also, I forgot to even mention, yeah, I felt a lot more confident with taking the short once NQ actually tapped into this 5-minute up here that we were edging prior. As you can see, MNQ tapped into this, and I saw a lot of people take shorts off that, but that's a pattern trade in my opinion. Did not even, we left an unmitigated 5-minute at our stop loss. It's not a good trade in my opinion. But yeah, NQ traded up, traded into this 5-minute, which is sponsored, and then that's when we got our inversion too. So that made me feel an extra sense of confidence as well. And yeah, there's not really too much else to mention. It was a decent trade. I was patient. I waited quite a long time for it. I waited until like 9:40 to take this, I think. 9:45. So yeah, I don't know. It was a good trade, but yeah, 2 break evens this week so far. What up, boys? It's Thursday. Bro, well, I mean, you guys can see this right now. I don't know why it's not showing my executions on NQ right now, but just a fucking terrible day for me, boys. I was very emotional. I just didn't trade well, bro. I took a loss pretty early in the market open. The idea was there. The trade idea was definitely there, but execution was awful, and it cost me bad. And then the trades later in the day, good reads again, but bro, just the smallest mistakes that resulted in me not really, you know, earning anything from taking these good trades. So start with the first one. I'm just gonna go quick, just cause I got a ton of shit that I gotta do today, and I just want to make this kind of fast. It's coming into open. I had a pretty bearish bias, but I wanted to see us tap into this 1 hour here to move lower. But instead, we're actually about to inverse it and just continue to move higher. So that's nice either way. But yeah, first trade I wanted to see, we're in this 4 hour fair value gap here. I kind of just wanted to see us take a continuation long to this hourly fair value gap, or it was right here, sorry, to move us lower. And we got exactly that. We had the 5 minute sponsor gap here, SMT at these lows we had, and then there was a 30-second inversion, but I did not take the 30-second. I tend to not take these 30 seconds, but bro, I think I'm gonna start, because every single day this week there's been a 30-second inversion, and I missed every single one. So I think I'm gonna start doing this. But yeah, we had a very strong 30-second inversion. I chose to wait for this 3 minute. This 3 minute closed like shit. So then I waited for this candle, the CISD on the 3 minute. And guess what, bro? We tapped into my draw on liquidity as we fucking closed that candle, and I still decided to trade. I still decided to take this trade. Why I did that, bro, I have no idea. There's a complete I got on the market like 5 minutes before open, and I just wasn't focused enough at all, and it resulted in me trading like shit today. And so that's something I got to journal and like look at. But bro, I'm not happy with myself in this sense. So yeah, the 3 minute got the inversion, just didn't close well, and then I entered too late. I executed way too late, and I got stopped out almost immediately. So I actually, what the fuck? I don't really remember how I entered here. I honestly think it was something like this. Like it was a 1-to-1 minimum, but I don't remember the exact entry point. But either way, it was a shit trade, huge stop, just bad. Second trade, the one on ES here. Now, this was a really good trade idea. I have no, like, okay, I know why. I wanted this trade to go to our range lows here, bro. And it smacked on NQ. But I took it on ES for some reason, bro. The leading pair. And I took it on ES because ES got this stop right here after sweeping these equal highs into, oh wait, it's not London High. It's London High. Into a high time frame PD array. And because ES got that sweep, I was like, okay, maybe ES will distribute lower quicker. But NQ was the dragging pair. Like ES was leading price higher. So why would I take a short on the asset that's leading? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I took, like I said, it was because of that stop rate. But yeah, it played out super nice on NQ, man. We did not get this second stop rate here. So we had an internal SMT, external SMT, high time frame PD array, liquidity sweep, and a super strong 2 minute inversion. And if I would have just taken this to the lows, I might have got broke even. I definitely would have got broke even. Damn. But either way, bro, like, why am I taking a short on the leading pair? That was just a lapse of judgment and just a mistake. And then, bro, look at this. 3 trades in a day. Like, what am I doing? We sweep this low, tap back into that 4 hour. We get a super strong 5 minute inversion, and I just entered right here. I entered right here, put my stops at the body low. It was like a 100-point stop. So what I could have done, bro, is exactly this. Just wait for this 5 minute to open for us to trade in. 5 minute BPR to take us higher. I didn't do that, bro. I didn't do that. I was right here. It was something like that. So my entry was something like that. Yeah, we traded into this 5 minute. We pumped up. We came into profit a little bit. We started chopping around. We came lower, stopped me in profit. Made about $80 profit and cut my loss. But literally after we got stopped on profit, we pumped right to my TP, right to my draw. So it's like, dude, just super dumb small mistakes, like easy things to clean up, but it's just like, man, why do I keep making these mistakes? Why do I keep having these lapses of judgment? Why do I keep impulsing into setups? Why am I so eager to trade? And you guys know about my high ticket sales stuff, so I think that's definitely playing a role in my decision making on the charts. going into tomorrow, bro, if I can't just focus on trading solely, and if I'm not on these charts at least 20 minutes to spare before open, and I can't seem to focus my mind on just trading, not high ticket sales, then I'm getting off. I don't need to trade every single day. I don't need to make my money back and have a green week. I'm not that far in the drawdown. This is very possible to be pulled out of drawdown like 100%. I just can't focus on that, man. And I gotta trade accordingly. So, bro, I'm just small dumb mistakes, and just need to be better, bro. Need to be better, and I will be better for it tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Um, Again, I don't hate these. I don't hate these trades. I don't hate the trade ideas, but execution was terrible today. Execution was terrible and just not focused enough today, so that's where I went wrong. And yeah, don't line these executions, boys. Fuck. Fucked up bad. Let's go, boys. Great trade, man. Great trade. Great fucking trade. Let's go. Good read, not good execution, but great read. What's good, boys? Trade recap today. What the fuck? Dude, Trade C is not a great platform. I'ma be straight up. I'ma just say that right off the jump. I'm not a huge fan of Trade C, bro. It's just so fucking buggy. That's what I've noticed anyways. Trade recap. I took that short that came off market open, so here is kind of what I was seeing. Coming into open, well, actually last night my condition was this 4-hour gap, so I wanted to see if we would inverse this gap overnight or react off of it. And once I got on in the morning, we were trading through it. We had inversed it, but the 4-hour wasn't closed yet. But I was pretty confident that we would continue to dump because, one, we've just been bearish for the last couple days now. And then two, pretty much the whole night we consolidated. And then an hour or two before market open, we had our manipulation leg into a 4-hour and 1-hour PD array sweeping this liquidity. So we had a high time frame PD array. We were respecting this 15 from this data wick. And then we formed this 5-minute, which also was a 30-minute that opened. Once market opened, we traded into that sponsored 5/30 minutes. It's a 5-minute BPR as well. We did have an SMT. I don't have it marked out because this is MNQ. I chart on NQ, but we did have an SMT, just internal, low time frame as NQ pushed up a little bit higher than ES did through that gap. So yeah, we ended up respecting this 5-minute fair value gap. We got a 2-minute inversion which actually I took the 1 minute. I took this 1 minute here, which could have bit me in the ass. Fortunately it closed while the 2-minute closed as well, so I got a little bit lucky there. I'll be 100% honest about that. But yeah, took this inversion. ES had a 30-second inversion, so both pairs had reason to distribute. Only reason that I was a little bit sketched out about this was, one, we had just swept these lows. We just swept this liquidity. We put in this 5-minute inversion here. I know probably a lot of people took longs here. So it made sense that we would at least come back down to this low. But instead, we opened up this 5-minute BPR prior to market open, traded into it. I kind of wanted to see us hit this data wick. I wanted to see us trade up, take this high, because it was inside of a 15. So it would have made sense, we take this high, we reject it. I'm pretty sure there was an hourly here as well. Yeah, there was an hourly here as well. So that's kind of what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that data wick get hit. But, we formed such a strong rejection off of this 5-minute fair value gap, and I really liked the momentum that we had here. Like I said, I entered on the 1, so I saw a lot more momentum. And then also, ES had tons of momentum on the 30-second. I'm not going to pull it up just because it's going to fuck my chart up, but ES had a super strong 30-second inversion, and I felt really good about entering here. I will say this trade was pretty impulsive, and it was very quick in the market open. So I don't know if I was the most focused. I would take this trade again, but I would only take it if I was, as focused as possible. I felt like I wasn't, and I felt like there was a lot of reasons for this trade to fail that I kind of faded. I fucked up my execution. You guys can see I fucked up my execution really bad, actually. I accidentally entered on ES the first trade. I closed that, and then I entered on NQ, not MNQ. I entered on NQ. I got some profits there, like complete accident, but I closed that quickly, and then I finally got my entry on MNQ, and it was pretty chopped, this entry. Like, I entered all the way down here. Um, yeah, not the best entry, but I just waited for this 1 minute candle closure to close past these bodies, or these wicks and these lows, these rejection wicks here. I just wanted to see candle closure past the body. So, yep, got the entry here, and then I was just targeting some hourly lows. It was hourly low inside of a fair value gap. I was gonna go all the way down to 763 here, but once I started trailing after we hit my first TP spot, I got stopped out, and then he dumped right down to it. So unlucky, but I'll take my profits, dude. I secured some profits. I would have secured a lot more profits if I had a better entry, but I fucked up. I made a mistake. That's just a lack of focus. One thing, bro, I gotta stop just going, oh, it was a lack of focus. I fucked up for this. Just a lack of focus. Like, bro, yeah, I get it, but I need to fix that. I can't just keep making the same mistake every time and just blaming, oh, it was a lack of focus. Like, bro, that's gonna get me bit in the ass eventually, and I'm gonna lose out on profits because of that. I'm gonna lose trades because of that if I don't figure that out. So I'm honestly not super thrilled with this trade. I mean, yeah, a lot of people took it. It was an A+ setup. I had a strong draw on liquidity. Going with the trend, it made sense for this to happen, and I followed kind of my, what I wanted to see for the market. But I'm not super thrilled with this, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck, and I'll be 100% transparent about that. I don't like this trade. I don't think I executed well. Obviously, I think there was a lot of reasons for this trade to fail that I ignored, and I just don't think it was a focused enough trade. So I'm not super happy with it, but it played out, and we are continuing to dump, which is insane. Uh, yeah, great way to end the week, though. In terms of P&L reasons. Um, got my account back out of drawdown. I just got to keep focusing, bro, and I just got to keep pushing, man. I got to stay focused. I got to keep taking good trades, following my rules, going through my checklist prior to my entries, and that's the only way I'm going to succeed. So I just need to continue doing that. I haven't been doing that the best lately. I'll be the first to admit that. Um, it's a lot of kind of external things going on in my life, but yeah, bro. I mean, I'm not super upset with it, but I can definitely be better. I can definitely do better, and I'll take the win, though. I'll take the win, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. It was a pretty good week of trades. 2 break evens, 1 loss. Or, man, well, yesterday was just ridiculous. I had 2 break evens on Tuesday and Wednesday. Yesterday I had 1 loss, 1 small win, 1 break even. Today, 1 win. So, yeah, decent week. Lot to learn from. A lot of execution errors, to be honest. A lot of errors in general, emotional errors. So I gotta continue to clean this up and not let these mistakes happen as frequently. But yeah, decent day for sure, and I'll take my win. So hope you guys have a good weekend. Another episode of Path to Profitability, ending this week green after 2 back-to-back red weeks. So let's go.